How y'all doing? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Today, right? I finally ate my Sunday dinner. Now, it's like, what? How you didn't eat your Sunday dinner? Okay, so my kids are very dedicated about going to school, baby. Like they're 100% dedicated about going to school. And I'm cool with that. So I went, we had dinner about 8 o'clock, and because I get off at I'm sorry, I get off at 6 on Sunday. So I rush home to cook up a dinner, and y'all, all I tell them is like, "Hey, can you can you um can you do the greens? Like my daughter knows how to, you know, pick greens. Okay, um, make sure my kitchen's clean so we can rock and roll and clean." So I'm like, okay, y'all, before dinner starts, let's say go take y'all showers, get ready for bed, freshen up, so y'all can just eat and then y'all can relax. So I went in there and y'all, my kids was asleep. Like, so my daughter woke up and she's like, "Oh, you still got the food? Because I don't put the food right away." I was like, "Yeah, it's in the refrigerator." I was about to go in the refrigerator. So she ate a little small thing, and then I was like, "But man, I'm not eating by myself." So I ate it this morning. I ate it for lunch, and man, when I tell you that thing was so good. I had smothered pork chops, rice. Of course, I have to make macaroni and cheese for my toddler. Um, and greens and mashed potatoes. That's what I paired the pork chops with the mashed potatoes, and baby, that was so good. I was like, A1, but it tastes so much better like the next day. I don't know why, but it did. But yeah, I didn't do anything this weekend besides work, y'all. Working has been a challenge. Okay. And one thing about it is I'm starting to learn not to let so much stuff consume my life in a way of work and people and even social media. Like you have to turn this off, right? So yesterday I was in, I was in YouTube, and I was just winding down and I saw that Medusa was online. Now I didn't catch the beginning, so I was like, girl, go back and try to catch it so you don't be like blindsided. But one thing about Medusa, she kind of put her foot in her mouth a lot. That is like amazingly funny to me because a lot of people want to brush it under the rug. Like, there's a lot of like YouTubers that I feel like people brush under the rug because of popularity. They don't want to lose their subscribers if they think a certain way. And I understand that that's your right. I really believe that. That is your right. But right here in my channel, I'm going to call everything. Okay. If it's not right, don't smell right, it's not right. You get what I'm saying? There's no in between. There's a lot of gray periods in certain reactors' vision tunnel that they only see gray with certain people. They okay with seeing black and white with others, but if it's like something that's going to help them or maintain their comfort zone of their subscribers, they're going to stay in that gray zone. And I'm not a gray zone reactor. And I'm going to just say it just like it is. I'm not a gray zone reactor. So if you're wrong, we're best friends. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. Um, if you have some type of, infatuation with something, I'm going to let you know. Because I want you to let me know if I'm wrong as well. So Medusa, I'm just curious. I pointed it out earlier when somebody has said, "How do you feel about Chris eating her box?" And you said, "Mm-mm, mm-mm, he never does that. He don't do that." And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, how would you know? Right? How would you know? And then what threw me off was when Medusa said that she had a better version of Chris. How? Medusa, please explain, how did you have the better version of Chris? And we're going to break it down because you got it already out there. So anybody that watched this, you can go back and do your receipt check with the part 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, I have to sit there and watch it because I'm not going to pull that up and find it. But how did you have the better version of Chris? And I'm going to break it down to you like this. How did you have a better version of Chris when he didn't even talk to you about moving in? He just gradually started moving your stuff in your house. And he kept staying overnight. That was like, how did you have a better version of him? Oh, you didn't care because you got a black man, right? You didn't care. You didn't care. Where did he stay at before he started hunching on you after one day? Where was he at? Where did he stay at? All right. I'm just curious because he's in California, his family's in Texas. Where did he stay? Because normally most men, they're gotta be really down committed with you to live with you, right? And they know that they have to pay, but he didn't have to pay. So that means to me that you preferred him to be the way he was. Okay. So when you found out he was expecting, did he have a job? No. How did he have the better version? He had twins on his way, and he was sitting there playing basketball tournaments, I think you call it. How did you have the better version of Chris? I'm trying to understand this, and so I can agree with the gray reactors when they say that you are a better. Yes, we have a flood warning, y'all. I'm trying to figure that out. Like it don't make any sense to me how you got on here and been so cocky with your black glasses because you really don't like who you really are without any extra enhancements. But how did you get on this good old YouTube and tell the world that you had a better version of Chris than Jazz? Oh, you can say, oh, we didn't fight, he didn't argue, and girl, bye. That's a pass. When that man had twins on his way and he didn't have a job. So again, explain to me, how did you have a better version of Chris? You can. All right. So we're gonna pass that part. How did you have a better version of Chris than this man just like learning how to adapt and overcome and just get ABC done, right? And he had you out here buying a Magnum so he could be comfortable for his ride trip. And he didn't pay for it. You had to get it. So how did you have a better version than you? Like y'all would probably need a U-Haul or maybe, a pulley or something like that. Because he was afraid of flying, remember? So you had to go out and buy him a bigger vehicle so he could be comfortable on y'all Texas excursion of living. Okay. So please explain to me again how this man has you coughing up for a bigger vehicle for him, but you had a better version of Chris. Just curious. I'm just curious. Because he didn't have no job and you was working at Nike. But you told the people last night that you had a better version of Chris. All right. So when you was pregnant, you found out you was pregnant and you had a hard pregnancy. This man only stayed at a job 1 month, but you had a better version of Chris. Explain to me, how is that possible? It's not. See, there you go again. I have to be one of these reactors and say, oh, Medusa's such a good person. No, this is freaking Peter Pan over here. Pinocchio, if I can say it. just be lying. Her nose grow every day. That's the reason why she got to have filter to shorten it up. You told the people last night that you had a better version of Chris. How did you have a better version of Chris? He basically he basically what is that? Watered in your place. You gave him he gave you a little ding-a-ling. He got a place to stay. That's what he did. I'm gonna tell you something, Medusa. A man will see a woman struggle and step away before he be a burden to a woman. Some men just don't want to see them struggle. He was okay with struggling with you. He was okay. That's the terrible part about it. How can somebody be okay with struggling with a person and just watch you struggle? Chris saw you struggle during your pregnancy. He didn't keep a house. Did you remember that little information you gave us that Chris would leave you where y'all was staying at to go stay overnight with his kids? Is that the reason why you really moved him back to California? So he wouldn't have any relationships with his son? That was your way of securing the black man. Oh, that was your way of securing the black man. When you said, "Oh, I was a come up," what you mean you was a come up? To me, you was a come down. Cause I expect any man to have a kid on his way, be hustling and bustling. I would expect, but not many men do that. Not many men do it. So I understand. But you, on the other hand, you basically told the people that you had a better Chris than Jazz. And I don't see a better Chris than Jazz. I probably see about the same. You don't think you had any type of abuse with that man? Real talk. You don't think, oh, he only wanted to control my clothes and my makeup and your bank account. That man could, when y'all went back to California, he didn't even try to attempt to move y'all into something else. He just was comfortable with no job living in your parents' home. The story you said. And playing on his tablet and doing, you had to support his, for you to be the only one that was working, you supported his tournaments. But you had a better version of him. Jazz supported the alcohol and the food and the grill and the charcoal. But damn, you moved him instead of saying, son, I'm going to go and give birth in California with this baby. You come up there when you get situated, you get enough paper to get us where we need to be at comfortable. You can't even do that. You was trying to be malicious and move him away from his boys. And you want to frown on Jazz. She the one that caused my daughter and her father did not like to speak. No, you did that. Did you forget that we did see that thing and say you haven't talked to him in years? And suddenly, LaKenya told him like, "Hey, girl, guess what this fool got? He got him a YouTube girlfriend, and you and your man, y'all sat around and watched it. Like, hey, I'm gonna clock on this. I'm gonna get some. Oh, let me learn about Lala. Let me write Lala. I'm gonna still speak on this because I don't live in gray areas. It's black and white. That's what I do. I point out everything. Now everybody else they can bypass and hey girl, you such a good person. You such a good jack. Girl, I don't got time for that. If I do that to Jazz, I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna just be honest with you, Medusa. Your subscribers, they you're not giving them what they want. They don't want you to talk about Jazz. They want to know about Chris. You can't even give any tea about Chris because somehow reason you lost your privilege for LaKenya. Yeah. And I don't know that for a fact, but the way you move, you don't have anything to do with Chris. Not because of Jazz, just Chris really don't F with you. But did he ever F with you? Yeah, y'all consider boyfriend and girlfriend, but the way that you tell the story and the way that I'm looking at the story, he just needed a place to stay. Any man will fuck for a place to stay. Real talk. Sorry for dropping the bomb. But yeah, any man will stay. Any man. Are you looking at it like you're jealous because Jazz over there got something that you wish you had with Chris? See, sometimes people don't even, it's not even about, he was just acting. She low key was still jealous of Jazz because what type of Chris she got. So what? He worked at Subway at the beginning. So what? I think you low key is jealous of Jazz because what she's producing. Now, I'm not going to even be jealous to say this. I'm not even going to be wrong with saying it. Jealous, Jasmine over there is still doing her thing, even though it's like backwards. So my reason she gets sponsorships. Girl, go ahead, make that money. Even though you might not be making money, you just making content or just getting free merchandise. Hey, get it. But I'm not going to sit here and dwell on a female. Like, I just wish you getting all this free stuff and girl, why does it matter? Why does it matter what she cooked for her kids? Because obviously it feels like you cook the same crap for your kids too. Is that the reason why you stopped doing grocery hauls? Yeah. Somebody laid in that ass and said, hey, how you talk about somebody else's groceries and you bought the exact same thing? Processed sugar. You buy all that. And then you buy yourself some special stuff. Like these are my special nuts and crannies. How is that possible? Hey, son. So for y'all, there's a lot of people that be like, you be picking on Medusa. No, I just point out gray areas. People are afraid of pointing out. So Medusa, I'm going to ask you a quick question. So we're going to do something real quick, real quick. You making rice and peas? We're gonna do this real quick. Let's share a screen. Let's share my screen. Now,
Hey, fuck with it. I ain't fucking with no shit for no reason. Man, that's why you hurted me. Man, fuck all that. I ain't, man, and anybody I wanna hear that I can't stand, bro. That I can't stand it. I hate it. New music on the way though. You know the music finna be fuck with her. T-Time don't fuck with the people who I fuck with. I fucked with Candy. I fucked with Yandy because Yandy had them sexy ass lips, you feel me? But her teeth fucked up a little bit. I see she got a little nigga with her. You know, no disrespect to their situation, but like Yandy had them lips on her. You feel me? She come eat some dick up. But I'm outside. Says she know, nigga. She know like that. And she told me, no, don't do that to your baby mama. Don't talk all that bad shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Really saving. Really trying to follow with her. But you feel me? I don't know what's going on in y'all YouTube. Yandy had them sexy ass. I'm outside, sis. I'm outside a little bit. What's her name? I just left her live. I was just on her live talking. I need to get tea time in this bitch. But wait though, you know the music finna be fire. You know the music finna be fire. music finna hit. That's on my mama. The music finna hit. I need to get tea time in this bitch. If anybody
So Medusa. Now this man, for you to say, I don't watch this, I never watched it. This man basically came out and told the world that you and him watched all the reactors that got on Jazz neck. But now you tell people, I didn't know, I don't know, I don't know. This man didn't just come on these YouTube streets to harass you. He was name dropping people. That is the craziest thing about it. So you've been watching Jazz from the time you dropped her off to a time that Chris picked up Paris for the first time in 20,000 years, and you started watching and being obsessed with Jazz. And where the hell are you at now? In your mama's basement? Baby. And y'all, like I said before, I don't have nothing against nobody that lives home with their mama because I will definitely go back home to my mama. I will, sure will. But I'm not doing these years of obsession of somebody and I have nothing to show for it for two dumbass baby daddies. Did you see that man? How are you want to sit here and tell us that you was a freaking upgrade to all these men? No, boo boo, you got the weakest one out of the crowd. Trust me, I'm assuming me. Hey, Lord J, how you doing? I'm about to reach out in a minute. But I'm assuming, me personally, assuming that you was going to those basketballs looking for somebody, right? And Chris, everybody else looked over you. But you was probably wasn't Chris' option. He just saw that you was available. See, that sucks to swallow that in. You was not even his liking. Because he told the people that I like Puerto Rican girls. You're not Puerto Rican, boo boo. Again, for me to be like envying over somebody else's life, baby, I better have something. Let me read y'all, okay? Hold on. Who's the only one that told the truth about Medusa? Um, and personally, I don't even think Chris told her that. Oh, son, I don't think she been watching y'all. She been watching Asia acting stupid. She said, she was in somebody's live. I love her to pieces, But she said, I Asia. For what? For what? Why you IG? Why? Asia don't have no tea. And if you can pay attention, Asia baby daddy that she shares with Jazz, he chewed her ass out and nobody haven't looked for her since. They believed his word. Oh, that girl used to be on Moz on everybody's channel. She go on somebody's channel, she's black. She's gray. Nobody on elf with her. Why you don't think Chris wouldn't do that to you? I'm sorry. Jazz love for y'all to. Jazz loves it. Jazz is the type to say, "Look, she's talking about you. You want to get?" She will have Chris in her live talking about you and telling us who the hell you was babysitting. Who was babysitting your kid when this was popping off, Medusa? Who was babysitting your kid? Medusa, who was babysitting your kid when you was going out?
Glorilla. Hey, it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got beat. I'm about to show my ass. These niggas love free. How to
Medusa, who was watching your child while you was out in these streets, girl? Are you wondering about Jazz and her favorite? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Jazz be trolling the shit out of people. I think the person who came over there was her daddy, her grandmama, and maybe her brother. Cause y'all, there ain't enough damn ribs. Y'all know damn well there is not enough damn ribs for Chris. It was like only 4. And y'all know I'm not lying, okay? That's not enough damn ribs for Chris. So y'all sitting there talking about she cooking for Chris. That's Chris right there. That's Chris. No, that's not enough food. Do y'all see those ribs burnt? Girl, bad. Hold on. Let me see. Yes. She's mad because she really wants Chris and I'll be honest with you, everybody has their opinion to like whoever they like. But don't come on here thinking you are the better candidate because of your skin tone. Because that is real talk. The only reason why she feels like she's the better candidate is because her skin tone. It's not because of anything other than she's a good mom. Because y'all, I'm being honest with you. She's winging it in life. She going with the flow. She don't even own a decent pair of just casual clothes. Oh, I like to be creative. Girl, you 30 something years old. That is for a 12-year-old, not a 31-year-old that's trying to hold down children. And that explains why her kid was walking around. Yeah, I do have a prejudice towards parents that's allowing their kids to walk around in house shoes out in public. I do think that is freaking gross. I think it's gross for adults to do it. And but you got your son walking around in not shoes but in slippers doing Walmart and nasty. For some odd reason, she had her daughter hair just looking like a mess, but then wants to talk about somebody else's kid. But oh, let me hurry up and braid up my daughter's hair, and then I can talk about it. Medusa, You came on here and said this is exactly what she said. She said before that time that she was selling those pills at Walmart, she was on her live talking about, yeah, I got Paris got $200 or something, something hundreds, and she got enough to buy her some clothes, and I could just buy what I need to buy. But didn't he just give her money? Nah, I know you're supposed to give money every month, but you just do that just to so Jazz when Jazz said that Chris helps a little bit, she gets more for when she had that crying spell. I get more for legendary than I get for the kids, dude. But that's besides the point. But y'all get what I'm saying? Um Not Asia. Well, Asia is going to she's going to side. Y'all gotta understand. Asia, at least Asia told y'all Philip steps. That's the crazy part about it. Medusa can't even tell you when Chris, if Chris got a job, where's Chris at? Asia can at least tell you his moves. Because Asia, before when he dropped the email, he dropped the text message, Asia sent it straight to YouTube. And Jazz was pissed off because that was her spot. But Asia took it. And she's like, no, guess who just texted me, y'all? What? Phyllis out of jail. And before you know it, they wanted to know T. Medusa, you don't have that. You don't even know Jazz. And for you to be obsessed with her, you don't even know her and her patterns. That's crazy. Well, I don't think that people are interested in Medusa as what's her name? Okay, what she got to bring, what she's bringing, but she ain't bringing nothing. She ain't bringing nothing. We all know that. She can't. She don't even have her own personality. That's crazy. So Medusa, and I wouldn't even say that your baby daddies ain't shit. The lady who allowed to these men to keep, pumping their fluids inside of you is not shit. Because I could just look at that video with your baby daddy that he wasn't nothing. He didn't even want to be on camera with you. He was dodging the camera. Every time you put that angle, he put his head down. Not because he was vibing. He just didn't want to be seen with you. You have nothing to show for it. Yes. Well, I had to leave everything in Texas and da. Girl, no, you're not understanding. There's a lot of us, we have to lose shit, right? And we gain it back. We might not always gain what we lose, right? But we gain something back. For example, if I was making money in that area and I was flaunting, and I'm not going to be in Walmart reselling pills and catch an attitude. When y'all start that policy, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be sitting here crying because my baby daddy decide not to what is that word? Not to give me money. Because I already been making money. I know how to make money, so I'm going to continue to make money. I'm not going to be on here crying. So you effed up when you said this, Medusa. And this is the reason why I got on your ass. This is the main reason why I got in your ass. And y'all, and I'm about to get out of here, but I just want to show y'all this real quick.
You know, if you do not have someone that teaches you own and load of clothes, 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, change your sheets in her bed since she moved in. It feels good to have a good relationship. Huh? Skincare stuff, and so you don't end up living in the same. So last night she like asked, like, I always when I was little, I always wondered like why I didn't have a dad, but it was just like a thought, like, oh, I wonder where my dad is. Wonder why I don't have a dad, but never like nothing more than that. Now that she's older, she's like, now I think about it more and I start to question, like, why is he not there? Maybe it was so sweet. She was like, maybe if I started playing basketball earlier, my dad would have stayed to help me, like, learn how to play basketball.
Medusa, are you effing kidding me? Did you put her in basketball because Chris was on YouTube? I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. He was on YouTube trying to teach the girls how to play basketball sitting down. Did you really do that? Now, well, this time Medusa wasn't on live, but eventually she started doing basketball and showing y'all. Because I'm like, why is she not playing basketball? Because you said in the beginning that she liked the sport, but it sounds to me like you forced her in the sport so you could compete with Jazz, low key. Low key. So you're using your kids as bait, low key, for content, and y'all call her a better mom. She basically using her kid to say irrelevant with Jazz. Who does that? Who really does that? Paris asked to play before. And you know what? I'm a mother. So my son asked to play golf of all sports. Like, boy, they don't, boys, golf. So somebody told me how to put him in golf because his school don't have golf. And I'm like, golf of all sports, you want to play golf? Okay. But I'm going to bypass that. Whew, y'all, golf is expensive. Okay. So, but again, you told the people how you was making all this money. You got pictures of money stacked up from here to to your to the top of your car, and you bragging about you got money, and you said Big Jazz could never, but you couldn't afford to pay put your daughter in basketball at a certain time. Just saying, just saying. No, but he's actually in chess. He's in chess, checkers. Oh, chess. Okay, you got money up here, but now you want to give us a sad story that the baby daddies didn't. Girl, you grind. I've been grinding since my daughter. I was pregnant with my first child. Did I stop? Hell no. That kept grinding. I must say, Jazz do dry bag a lot, but Jazz can grind when she grinds. And y'all, we can never take that away from that girl. I'm sorry. Jazz hold down the house. She lost the house. She got it. She upgraded. Even though it is what it is, y'all. We cannot take that away. Jazz was standing both of her houses more than a year compares to Chrissy. Jazz least grind. Medusa, you don't grind. Why you haven't talked about your Amazon business? Y'all heard anything about it? Nope. Oh, Medusa, you know what? Somebody has said something, and I put two together, even though these are two different content creators. Sky the other day said that her daughter did not go to school. Her husband's daughter did not go to school because the mother said that the daughter talked too much. Do y'all think that's probably about the reason why Medusa didn't send her daughter to public school either? Because again, who was babysitting your daughter? And you was in Texas. Now she probably can say, "Oh, she was with her daddy." Okay, okay, cool beans. I give that for $1. But again, you was doing a lot of going out. Obviously, you can see. And who was taking care of your kid? Or that lady that you had to take care of, you was AKA your updated slave. She no longer your friend. See, sometimes people will start doing that. I do see a lot of girls do that. They have that one, one friend with that one kid, and they make them a upgraded slave. Well, I buy you this, I buy you that, I buy you this, but they don't give them a wager, and they got a place to stay. But they gotta keep that house clean. They gotta watch their kids, and gosh knows, poor probably poor. Y'all think about the twins being locked up in that room. I just think about, gosh, poor pairs getting probably got worse. Y'all probably need to ask people like her old roommate, her old slave, how was Medusa? Get her tea. Because I don't want to know about tea about Jazz. Because normally her tea is starting to be, um, she use it for content. And the way that Philip is with the fuckery, the way that yeah, I would never personally. That would make a shitty person of Jazz. Jazz know exactly what that girl's probably went through because Jazz probably went through certain things similar. Jazz wasn't lookable. She wasn't attractive for Philip to pimp her out, and it probably did something to her self-esteem. Vice versa, Philip probably did try to pimp her out, and that's how Jazz started looking down. Because Jazz was a pretty girl. Y'all go back and look at her video. When she had just her and Caitlyn, Jazz was a very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. Naive, but pretty. And something can do something like a man say, "Yo, I need you to be out here." And that can mess up her self-esteem. And she's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna look big and I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna." Yeah. I do have a heart. I have a heart. And I will only think Philip was a monster in the between of making children. And I would never. That's the only thing I will say that Jazz is shitty about is talking about that girl, where she's going at and how she's acting and she's leaving the kid. I will do the same thing, y'all. Somebody took my innocence for a couple of dollars. I'll do the same. And I'm not saying it's right, but that's just something about being a human. Jazz used that shit for content, Medusa, you can't even get that type of content from Chris. And I told you before, I think you got cut off from LaKenya. That's the reason why you're eating on everybody's channel. And all I told you was like, hey girl, you probably need, if you want to be on the reaction side, you probably need to go watch her videos. Stop eating off of other people, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of these reactors don't know. I don't know everything, right? So a lot of people in these reactions are missing certain things. So some of them are actually going off of what other people are saying. And then there's some people, they go and they do the research. We say, oh, you remember when she did this? And they do the research. You'll have a better turnout. But we do see you. And we did saw that part 1 and 2 and 3. And for you to come on here acting like you like the better, you're the bomb. You're the bomb. Even if I would never tell what my man didn't do for me, and then try to justify it like he don't do it for all. See, Asia came on here and said, he don't do it all the time. I'm never going to tell a female what my man did for me when I was with him. You told the people that he just hunts you. He's not central. He's not with, like, the caressing. He just want a pound. That what I tell you. You got a better of him? Because Jazz over there, she got proof that man did something. Now y'all know what video I'm talking about. He was licking and biting on all her chocolate chips on her back. Hey, y'all know the chocolate chip. Talking about that body acne. He was licking and biting all over her chocolate. Hi, Roscoe. Love. If you don't believe me, go look at it. Go look at that birthday video. One of those videos where she had the chocolate and she sticked her tongue out. And then she said, oh, I just never experienced nothing like this. If I'm lying, put some thumbs down, okay? Y'all know what video I'm talking about. That man was biting and licking all over her chocolate chips, okay? And that's all I'm going to say. So I'm never going to sit there and say I got the worst of somebody, but then on the same time, I got the best of him. You didn't get the best of him. He used you. And you just don't want the people to actually realize that Chris used you. You couldn't even make him see like, yo, you need a job for your twins. What you doing? No, you was busy catering to him. Trying to hold your black man. Did Jazz try to hold Chris? Yeah, as long as he could. She knew he was a goner when he did like this. He came in that house. She knew he was a goner. Chris probably wouldn't last if she listened to her friends, Messiah and Chrissy over there. He wouldn't have last probably not even 3 months. But Jazz needed to prove that she had to have a man on the social media. She didn't care. But you, on the other hand, you cared about getting any man. Because it's obviously you didn't care. If you did care about just, winging out people's personalities and stuff like that, this man came on YouTube calling everybody bees, drinking, just looking sloppy like he didn't even take a bath. And then somebody asks you, hey, is he on drugs? multiple times, y'all. Obviously, he on some type of pills. And Medusa, if y'all lived in that crazy lifestyle, that's why you have to tell people. You know what? I had somebody in my family that had a baby. They said they had a crack baby. Okay, they had a crack baby, and the crack baby came from the father's side. Now, I don't know, but it don't seem you get the sperm one time. Y'all get what I'm saying? To me, for her to say she had a crack baby with one of her kids, that means that she was taking crack because that's something you gotta constantly be inputting in your body. Y'all get what I'm saying? The sperm comes one time. And when it's the egg, now it might be a little jacked up, it might have been a little high, but to me, you were smoking crack with him. So if you tell the people, because obviously, if you tell the people, yeah, he was on pills, we're gonna assume that you on pills too. Y'all get what I'm saying? So you gotta still clean. You gotta still clean the house. You can't tell the people the real and the raw. And to me, that man was on some type of drugs. Because that man that was you got him fly in the club, he was still look that fly talking to people on live. There ain't no way in hell that she don't buy men. And y'all sit there and make fun of Jazz or buying Chris. But Medusa obviously shows that she purchased her men too. Oh, you did say, oh, Chris only liked it Nike and I had to buy him Nike hats and shorts. You remember that? You had to buy your love with Nike or whatever that man wanted. And Medusa, I'm just curious. That man don't claim your third child. And it's proof in the pudding. Y'all go back and look at that Lanice TV. He said, I put exotic in you. Now, you was pregnant at the time, but he never said that he put a third baby in you. Don't you think that's kind of strange to me? And it's kind of strange how he is giving your second baby money, but he's not giving your third baby money. He having a hard time giving your third baby money. I'm just, hey, I ain't no doctor, I ain't no Murray, but to me, it's something's off. Something's off. Just saying. But y'all, let me go. I gotta get ready to. I don't know what I gotta get ready to. I don't know if y'all ever had those days of foggy day, because you know what? It's starting to be fall. It's falling. It's folly. It's folly outside. So it's like where the leaves are falling off. Um, it want to change, like get cold, but it's like we still got some heat available for you. So sometimes we get like a really cold breeze at night, and in the daytime we get like a hot breeze. That's the weirdest combo, and I always say that's tornado weather. Like that's tornado weather. It's like cold one night and hot. So, and definitely if it's hot, breezy, that's not fun. So, yeah, today is very fall outside. So, um, yeah, I know I'm just don't want to. I don't want to go nowhere. So, yeah, I'll probably come on here and do my after I get off work tonight. I'll probably do in the car after dark, and I want to talk about coworkers. I really do, because there's one coworker right now I want to beat the out of. No lie, and I don't even say that. Like that's not even in my. Oh, I'm gonna beat no. Besides one person, my 10-year itch, I'll say that, but I don't mean it. But this person right here, we'll talk about it in the car after dark. because I might have to see her today, and I might have a better story to tell y'all. Cause, whew, who's who's but y'all have a beautiful day. And yes, I will always be one of these reactors that get into the gray areas. All right. So if I lose 19 subscribers today, it was nice meeting y'all. But y'all got to do what you got to do. I understand. Do sis. I get it. I'm not chasing after numbers, views, or anything like that. It is more of telling the truth on all sides. Okay. You can't be on here throwing rocks at somebody's brick house and your ass stay in a glass house. I'm just saying. Y'all have a beautiful day. And yeah, I'll see y'all tonight in the car after dark. All right, bye bye.